This is the book of John, chapter 12, verse 25. It reads, He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. Shalom, shalom, Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Yahushai. All right. Double honor to my elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the hopeful elect. Wa'akwatwa, listening in truth and in sincerity. Hey, I'm the brother Gabaria Allah, coming at you with another lesson. All right. And this one is, I plan to keep it short. It's more of a reminder. All right. Now, I don't have a lot of scriptures lined up, but it's more of a reminder. So I was watching the elder Micah Allah. All right. GMS Inspiration of the Almighty. All right. I was watching his lesson, What It Takes to Keep the Lord First, which he uploaded 2 hours ago. All right. Because I like listening to his videos, when I'm on the drive, when I'm in a car drive or whatever, I like listening. I like tuning into his lessons. But anyways, this lesson, I'm not even done with it. All right. And it inspired me through the Spirit to make this lesson real quick. And that is, if you're not ready to lose everything, you're not worthy of serving the Lord. If you're not ready to lose everything, you are not worthy of serving the Lord. Because it is a privilege to lose everything for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, and that is something that we have to learn early on, and you have to accept. Salaki Hakim for the interruption. But like I was saying, man, you have to be able to sacrifice everything. All right? Because eventually that's what we're going to be doing. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. Sacrificing everything. All right? So I'm going to read again the book of John, chapter 12, and verse, let me see. I'll just begin at 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it. You see? So if you love your life, you're going to lose it. All right? If you love it more than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you're going to lose it. Okay? If you put anything above the Lord, you are going to lose it all. So why do it? There's no need to put anything above the Lord, because it's all the Lord's anyways. That the elder made a beautiful point. He said, that job you got, that's the Lord's job. He gave it to you. That woman you got, that's the Lord's woman. Them kids you got, that's the Lord's children. So why love anything more than the Lord? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. Okay? If your father gives you a pet dog, are you going to love the dog more than your father? No, you shouldn't. And you're going to know, okay, if my father takes it away from me, you're not gonna love your father? Of course not. That's not how it works. Of course you're gonna love your father. How much more the heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and Yahushai sacrificed everything for us, man. What do the scriptures say? The servant is not greater than his master. You want to call yourself a servant of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, you're gonna go through something similar that the Lord did. And we're not perfect. Shoot, when Yahushua was on the scene, he did everything perfect. Not even a wicked thought, man. Do you realize how hard that is? It's impossible. It's impossible for us. And Yahushua did it. So, hey, put some respect on Yahushua, man, too. You shouldn't love anything more than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. No way. It says, he that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. Exactly, man. All right? And we hate our lives, and that doesn't necessarily mean, you want to go off yourself. All right, that means you're all grumpy 24/7. No, you gotta laugh off the pain at times. You know, you're gonna laugh off the pain. You're gonna laugh off things. You know, the scriptures say, use the world, not abuse it. Okay, there's gonna be some days where it's a little bit better than other days, but most of your days is what? It's gonna be hell and nothing but it. You know. And the word hate doesn't necessarily mean to hate it. It just means that you don't love it more, you know. It says, if any man serve me, let him follow me, and where I am, there shall also my servant be. If a man serve me, him will my Father honor. So you want the Father, Yahweh, to have mercy on you? You got to put him above everything, man. That includes your own life. That includes your kids. That includes your job. That includes your time. That includes everything. It ain't something that we're just saying. No, you have to actually live it. You know? You have to actually live it. And when you live that hell, when the Lord tests you at first, you're going to be like, yo, what the fuck? You know, you're going to be confused. But you have to have faith and just keep on praising the Lord, man. Bite down on that mouthpiece. Take the shots, man, and get back up. Because sometimes that's all you got, man. Shit. If you ever been rocked, you know, that 16-ounce fucking boxing glove hit you straight in the mouth. You're like, oh, shit. You know, you got to bite down on that mouthpiece, man. And just keep pushing forward. You know? It says, that's it on that. Like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. Now I'm going to grab the book of Philippians chapter 1. And I'm going to start at verse 27 in the GNT. All right, it reads, now the important thing is that your way of life should be as the gospel of Hamashiach requires. So your way of life got to be of that the Lord requires. You know, and the Lord requires sacrifice. He requires us to go through that forging process. Okay? Because what happens when you forge when the blacksmiths they put the sword in or whatever the case may be in the furnace, all right, when it's melting or it's hot, you know, and it's kind of fragile, you know. So when you're going through that pain, you know, you're kind of fragile a little bit. You know, you may be more emotional. You know, you may be more whatever the case may be, or you may be sleep deprived. You know, you're a little fragile. But once you pass that test, once the forging process is done, what are you left with? A strong-ass fucking weapon, man. And that's what you got to be, a strong-ass fucking weapon. You want the Lord to say, this is my servant right here. You want the Lord to have the same confidence with you that he had with Job. You know? Now, none of us been through what Job has went through. Oh, man. You read that account of Job, I was like, damn. The first 2 chapters, I'm like, yo. Because they got right into action. He started catching hell shit. Because he was a rich man during that time. You know, he was a wealthy man. And the Lord took it all from him. All right? You see, and if you put anything above the Lord, you know, if you put anything above the Lord, and he takes it away from you and you're found offended, and the Lord sees the way you carry yourself, that you love the things that he was giving you and not him himself, oh, you in trouble, man. Shit. It says, so that whether or not I am able to go and see you, I will hear that you are standing firm with one common purpose, and that with only one desire, you are fighting together for the faith of the gospel. And that's the importance of the brotherhood, man. All right. When you out there, you looking at the man to your right, to the man to your left. All right? Warriors, man. Valiant men. Men who've been through shit. Men who have gone through the furnace. You can see it in their eyes, man. You're tired. The eye bags. Your hairs are turning white at an early age. You know what I mean? Due to stress. You know, you're fucking tired, man. You out there, you got eye bags. You're like, damn, you know. You go around brothers, you see that a lot of brothers have eye bags. Why is that? Because they're stressed, man. They're going through stuff. The Lord has tested them. But why are they able to be out there for 3 hours? How? You know? They may have not had sleep the day. They may have been up for 24 hours. How the hell are they still able to go out there? It's because the Lord is forging them. He has already put them through that process that they are able to do that. You know? It says, verse 28, don't be afraid of your enemies. Always be courageous. And this will prove to them that they will lose and that you will win. Because it is the Most High who gives you the victory. Exactly. So don't be afraid of being hurt, man. Don't be afraid of going through some pain. You know? Don't be afraid of that, man. Praise the Lord, man. Embrace it. When you in that fucking state and the Lord is just testing you and you embracing the Lord, do you realize how proud he's going to be of you? He's going to be like, there you go. There you go. Hey, that's my servant. Hey, that's my son right there. You know the Lord is out up there watching you. You know what I mean? You know he's watching you, man. And if he sees that you're enduring patiently, oh, call Allah, Yahweh, you're praising his name while you catching hell. You're standing up them prayers. You have not gone astray. You have not removed your hand from the plow. You have major blessings coming your way. You know? It says, verse 29, and here's the point. For you have been given the privilege of serving Hamashiach, not only by believing in him, but also by suffering for him. It is a privilege to suffer for the Lord, man. A privilege. You are privileged to be able to suffer for the Lord. Because these people are suffering anyways. But they ain't not suffering for the Lord, man. No, sir. They're not suffering for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They just suffering. You know? They ain't catching no type of reward. They just suffering. Meanwhile, you suffering for a purpose. All right? And a lot of these people have lives without purposes, man. And that is not a life worth living. What is your purpose? Serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That is a whole duty of man, to fear the Lord and to serve him in truth and in sincerity, man. And if you're not doing that, hey, when them nukes come, you're going to be fucking killed, man. Because you weren't serving the Lord. You weren't doing your whole duty as a man. The only reason you're here breathing air, the only reason you've been sent down here by the Lord is to serve him. All right? If you buy a product, you're buying it for a purpose. And if it's not working, what do you do to it? You return it. This shit don't work. You know, this shit don't fucking work. It's not working. Hey, let me get my money back. So I was gonna be like, give me my spirit back, man. You're not fucking doing anything with it. You know? But when you see a product, you're like, oh shit. This is good, man. What are you gonna do? You're gonna buy it again. Oh, they come out with a better version. You're gonna buy that one. You know? It says, now you can take part with me in the battle. It is the same battle you saw me fighting in the past. And as you hear, the one I am still, the one I am fighting still. And we are fighting, man. It is a fight. You're going to get hit. You got to throw punches. You're going to get hit. But bite down on that mouthpiece, man. All right. And the reason I'm saying that is because when you get hit, if you're not biting down on your mouthpiece and you get hit with a loose jaw, oh, it's lights out, man. That's why when you see MMA fighters, a lot of them get knocked out. When you see that UFC 300 fight with Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway, all right, in the end, the Max Holloway knocked his ass out. because he had a loose jaw. He wasn't biting down on the mouthpiece, so he got, knocked the hell out. You got to go watch that fight, man. You know what I mean? You know, you just getting your ass whooped, man. Like, God damn. If you don't have that armor, you're going to get locked out like that nigga. He was knocked out. He's my favorite fighter, too, man. I was like, damn. Hey, call Yahweh Bashim Shai 144. So you got to put on that armor, man. All right? You got to put on that armor. You got to still fight. But that's pretty much it, Akim. Like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. Lord willing was edifying to the elect. With that, I want to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Chakwarash. Double honor yet again to my elders and apostles of the Great Millstone who taught me this truth and sincerity. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the hopeful elect. While listening in truth and sincerity. Hey, with that I say, Shalom.